A very good morning to you and welcome back to K24 this morning. Like I said, it's a Thursday. Tumepumzika ya kutosha, I hope, after the holiday that were given by the government. But right now, though, it's time for us to discuss some serious issues. And today, I want us to focus on the happily ever after. The marriage, the love, the vows that you have taken to say that I do or I will do this for better, for worse, for sickness and in, health, in riches and in poverty. Today, discussing that particular subject is none other than our very own resident Ivao pastor, Pastor Emmanuel G. How are you doing, sir?
Very well. How are you? Pop.
Ulikula ni vizuri, holiday vizuri. Your kawande liko mepatwa na gava.
Yeah. We ate lots of salad.
Yeah. Actually, I called you and then you told me you were eating salad. I was like, you're kidding. Yeah? Karibu tena sana, as always.
I stayed away from doctary things.
Wewe daktari ako kufanya usikule nyama. Good stuff. And then we have, of course, the lovely couple. Is it the Kilivwas? Or how do you say that? The Kilivwas.
Yes.
Boniface and your lovely wife, Joyce. Karibuni tena sana.
Thank you.
Madam Wairimu, mambo.
Papa.
Nilichikulingia kidogo lakini ukadisappear. Ulikuwa umeenda kukunywa maji kidogo ama kuna mahali ulikuwa umeenda kuficha nyama? Unajua you guys always look like you're having some food somewhere hidden somewhere. Yeah, but nice to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
First of all, let me start with the lady. You look absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
I will go straight into the matter. When did you start this whole drama? And as you think about that one, let me actually ask guys, I have a question of the day, which I want you guys to help us interact on through our various social media platforms. What makes a successful marriage? It's a very simple question. What makes a successful marriage? Is it the submissiveness of the wife? Is it the providence of the man? Or rather how he provides? Is it called providence? I don't know. You tell me. What makes a successful marriage? At K24 TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, we'd love to see your WhatsApp messages as well. The number is on your screen. So again, very simple question. What makes a successful marriage? Whether you're married or not, you must have an opinion. Kwa hivyo, tuendelee kuongea. All right, the Kilivwas. Coming back to you guys. For you as Boniface, let's start with that question. What do you think makes a successful marriage?
It requires various issues.
Like for you, now in your family. Obviously, we see that you guys, love food. So I'm assuming you provide for your family, Cindy. Yeah? But there's much more than just providing. Yeah.
So one is first provide for your family. Two, you make sure they are always happy and very safe.
Okay.
Especially when you're around.
Okay.
When you're around and you're not around.
So they're happy and they're safe.
They are safe.
Joyce,
yes.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm so happy.
I've even checked your profile on Facebook. Manze uko na smile 24/7. Hakuna kuchata moja, umetulia, like you're always smiling. So obviously you're happy.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Does he make you feel safe?
Yes, I feel safe. Yeah.
What do you think are some of the things he does? Unaweza sema yani, I am lucky to have him as a husband.
First of all, he loves me so much. That's the first thing. And he appreciates me.
Okay.
Every time that I do something, even if the little I do.
Out anakupigia simu waambie utawa call back. Actually, you get on silent. Yes.
The little I do, and he appreciates it.
Okay.
And he shows gratitude. And sometimes he, not only on Valentine's, but sometimes every day.
Yeah.
It's a Valentine for me.
Okay.
He buys for me presents.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
Every day is Valentine's for you?
Yeah, every day is Valentine's.
Buda, kwani unafanya kazi Central Bank?
Hapana, unajua women wameumbwa in a very unique way.
Okay.
Na nikisema hivyo namaanisha whatever utampatia. It doesn't matter how small it is.
Okay.
As long as umempatia with a lot of love, they'll always appreciate.
Yeah.
So unafaa kumake always happy.
Yes.
Na unafaa kumake sure kila wakati ana get something new. Leo anapata hii, kesho anapata hii, kesho anapata hii. Inammeka anakuwa anakuwa very much comfortable to stay around with you. Na pia inammeka na feel akona the right person on board.
Okay.
So always lazima work toward that.
All right.
Una make sure always unakuta smile on her face.
She always has a smile. Percy, let me ask you probably the same question. What makes what are some of the things that make a marriage work?
Wow. First of all, marriage is a lot of work. First of all, it's an honor to be on set with them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I always fancy and watch,
Them eating.
Yeah, I know. They're doing something. They're doing something that I wish I could do. So I really admire
So
that.
you can't film yourself and wifey eating. Ama nyukulanga tu mbosho morning, Monday to Monday.
I mean, no one is interested in salads.
Hapo ni kweli.
No one is interested in salads.
Okay.
Yeah, but now to answer the question, I think there's a lot of things. You can't really pinpoint on one thing that would make a marriage successful.
Yeah.
One of the things I believe, and I think they will concur, is that it first of all begins with your inside and how right you are, not just with yourself, but also with your maker, with God. And that's where it begins. When you are right spiritually, then you bear the right fruit of love that will, help you in and support you in your marriage.
Yeah. Okay. For you guys, before I get to the fact that you are known over the internet as the food-loving couple, but let's first of all, because we all love food, let's be honest. I'm not saying you guys are unique because you like food. We all love food, and that's why we are alive. But when did you guys meet?
We met back in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, on August. So we have been 8 years together. Yeah.
So 2013, where did you meet? Mlikuwa mnafanya kazi pamoja?
No.
Ni mtaa moja, shule moja, as in mulipatana wapi?
It was just an amazing thing, a God-given time, because at that time I was staying with my auntie, and that time that time sikuwa na job, but I just was walking around, and him was doing at a friend's place. He was just working the way you can just visit a friend and just be with them. So I said, I didn't know that M-Pesa lady, because I just wanted to go and tell her, please, can you help me with a cup of water? Then I didn't know her. Then when I saw that M-Pesa, I said, I'll go there. Maybe she will help me. Maybe she's kind. Yeah.
Unaenda kwa M-Pesa kuomba maji?
Yes. Maybe she's kind, because that time I had worked for a long time. So maybe she's kind, she'll help me with water. And she's called Nancy. Even today we usually talk together. She's my very good friend. So when I went there, instead of giving me water, she gave me juice.
All right.
And she gave me biscuits.
Eish.
And then she didn't know me.
Yeah.
So when I was just seated there, then he came. He came along. He wanted to deposit some money. Then he asked me, I just, innocently, I sat there. You see the way you don't want a lot of things with mambo ya men. So I just there. Then ananichokoza. Then ananichokoza. And can you please sign for me? Then niko zile za namwangalia. Hata sitaki kumuongelesha like, wewe usinidanganyie. So then after that, then he started looking for me.
Okay.
Me sikumuongelesha, but him.
Yani alikuja kwa M-Pesa.
Yeah, akaniambia, can you sign for me?
Wait, why were you asking her to sign for you? When you do signature ama?
Okay, the moment nilifika kwa M-Pesa, nilifeel that connection.
So hiyo ndio ilikuwa mstari yako.
So ilikuwa ndio mstari yangu ya kwanza. Like nimefanya transaction, so it's like kindly madam, just sign for me. After transaction, or may fill in my details, my ID number and everything, then I'm like, kindly just
imagine,
just sign for me.
Ama ulikotaka aone ile do amount draw. Ulikotaka aone ile do umeweka pale ndani. Ilikuwa how much by the?
Okay, kwa do mingi sana siwezi kumbuka, lakini nilijua the moment atasign atakuwa already amenipatia signal, like amenipatia green light, amekubali. So inamaanisha naenda to the next level, sasa kumuuliza what's your name, mbona uko hapa leo, maybe can I have your number, where do you stay and all that.
Because amesema after that ulianza kumtafuta. So ulimtafutaje? Like, did you ask the M-Pesa lady to give you her number? Did you follow her to her house, which would make you a stalker?
No. In fact, after request anipatie hiyo idea, nisainie, she refused.
Okay.
And then after some time, nikaendelea insist. And then eventually alikuwa like, okay, let me sign.
All right.
And then after me sign, nilitaka number, but niliona pia itakuwa ni kama haraka sana. Nikadecide tu nitaenda juu ni beste huo mwenye M-Pesa na tuko two neighbors. I'll just come back and request for her number.
Okay.
So I went back the following day, nika request for her number. Nikapata that lady akuwa na hiyo number.
Of course.
So ilikuwa ngumu sana. Ili to take almost 2 months kumit tena kwa street. Kwa sababu alikuwa anaishi somewhere along Thika Road na mimi pia niko along Thika Road. So one day tu nikimove around tukamit after like 2 months. Tukaonana, but she was in a hurry. Then after my spot tukaongea for less than 15 seconds and then she went.
Baka ulihesabu brother.
So then after this, she refused also to give me another
particular point.
Yes. So after like another 3 months, now that is the time to limit tena, ilikuwa around jioni kabisa around 7 and again she was in a hurry. So
kwani unaona kwanga na hari kila time ukienda wapi?
Na unafikiria mimi alikuwa anatoka. Alikuwa ataka ile ana fight ile una fight hard to get
alikuwa anakutoka tu yeye.
Alikuwa ananitoka.
Okay. Sawa, nimeget.
But eventually Mungu alitujalia tukamit another day na akakubali sana kunipatia namba. I was so excited kukuwa na namba yake. And that is how tulianza.
So from there ma SMS, WhatsApp like this ni
in fact simu yangu ilikuwa na WhatsApp na simu yake ilikuwa na WhatsApp. Tulikuwa tumia katululu back then. So ilikuwa tu ni ile ni aje. So message zetu hazikuwa tina a lot of creativity but zilikuwa
hakuna emojis pale.
Emojis hazipatikani. So unajua ukituma emoji kwa katululu na kujanga zikiwa mabox. So hakuna venye angeona nasema nini. But nilikuwa jaribu kujiexpress kabisa mpaka ni feel. But finally Mungu alitujalia after around 6-7 months tukaamua ku settle down.
So for you Joyce, wewe ulianza as in of course enda alikuwa nakufuata, wewe kila time ulikuwa na haraka, but hakuna kitu yako ndani yako ilikuwa inakwambia manze sumwai tu leo, yani mwai tu, because mara ya kwanza pale kwa M-Pesa saa hiyo tunaweza elewa, anaweza kuwa pia ni mgondi, hiyo tunaelewa. And then mara ya pili unapata naye naweza jifanya hatu, lakini uko na feel manzo msinaweza kosa kumuona tena, ama yote bado uko umemfeel?
Siko nimemfeel like ni kwa zile
ama ulikuwa na chali mwingine yote?
Siko na mwingine, but ni kwa zile za mimi sitaki mambo, nataka kwanza kuka yani hivyo bila kufocus. So baadaye I just had to say yes.
So eventually when you said yes, what made you say yes? Do you actually now see that this is a good guy or what?
There is something, I'm a prayerful,
feel electricity.
Yeah, I'm a prayerful woman. I'm a prayerful woman. So I guess God had that timing. Lazima ingekuwa that time ndio mimi nikubali.
All right. But then unajua, like we said, you guys are a food loving couple. We do not have the kawaida nyama choma you guys eat and chicken, but there are some ngwashes and domas there. Please proceed whenever you feel like. Pasi, there is a classical story in terms of hard to get. Udema kwa anajifeel. She's a prayerful woman. Do these things actually happen? Like you actually pray? You know, we've had enough times, even from our own parents and aunties, they tell us, just pray for the right husband. Pray for the right woman. And I am a believer. But your story ya kuomba God umwambia ati nipatie wife, does it actually materialize?
I think it does. I really feel like it does. I'll tell you one of the criteria I told you before on the show, that one of the criteria I'd said is that if I was ever first physically attracted to a woman, that was a no-no to me. That I always wanted somebody who I connected with emotionally first.
Right.
You know, to even pursue for further friendship or even to be my wife. And I prayed to God and I told him, this is, by the way, this is a specific thing that I want. This is a specific thing that I'd love, so that it's not about the physical, because one day the physical changes. So I wanted it to be more than the physical. I wanted it to be somebody that I connected as a friend. Guess what? That's what happened. I was, visiting a friend of mine, and
God brought the wife.
No. In fact, that one, she called him to wish him a happy new year.
Yes.
And I just happened to be there. And so he gave me the phone and we caught up a little bit. We started emailing back and forth, because those days it was before even cell phones. So emailing back and forth, writing letters. It wasn't until almost 7 months that I actually got to see her face to face. So it was somebody that I connected with, So by the time I see her, thank God she was beautiful.
You're fearfully and wonderfully made, but more fearful.
But regardless, I think the level of connection that we had was enough for me to say, I want to know. I want to know more about you, because we had become very open with each other.
Right.
We had become... This was now my friend.
Yes.
It wasn't at my boys. You know, boys, there's only, yes, we are friends, but there's a level of friendship. It can't go past a certain place.
Right.
This is somebody I could tell about my dreams. This is somebody I could tell about my fears and stuff like that.
All right. Yeah. Good stuff. I want to get now to the food part of your conversation. The reason why, you know, we noticed you. And as you do that, remember kuna ngwasha hapo hivyo. Kuna Gideon kutoka Narok. Gideon, good morning. Hello, Gideon.
Morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm quite fine. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. And you're very smart. Hii mastiki yako bwana unatoa wapi lakini?
Nitakupatia namba Shikilia tu hapo ndakwambia.
Let me just take us to the show.
All right, thank you very much for tuning in.
You know our forefathers normally have as we the master, yes?
Yes.
You can always have to marry like 5 to 6 women.
Mm-hmm.
Or even these days, someone may not take the 6 but can take the 3.
Okay.
But now, the thing that actually brings up the successful marriage is only 2 things.
Yes.
Especially with the master. Putting up the strict guidelines on how to take up your marriage.
Yes.
How to speak up with your own spouse.
True.
Unawezaje kuongea na huyo spouse wako in the evening? How do you come up with at least you are something on the hand?
Okay.
Usikuje mkono tupu bwana. Wacha yetu siku hizi unakaa kwa klabu mpaka saa 8 saa 6 unakuja watoto wamelala resort liwana watoto wameenda shule. You don't have time to actually even put up that relationship quite tight.
Yes.
Unasikia hapa with the master in Narok or even in other places Kajiado on the rest. A man comes home at exactly saa 10 so that at least he makes sure that ng'ombe imekuja, mbuzi imekuja, na he makes strict rules.
Yes.
And the principle is you have to be there yourself so that your woman does not come late.
All right.
And then again, maybe if you can allow me.
Okay.
In fact, you have to be there so that at least you tell them, Mama fulani wewe ndio unaangalianga mbuzi, Mama fulani wewe ndio unaangalianga ng'ombe, and all that guidelines. So that you become the center of the principle in your family. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Gideon. Much appreciated. Keep those calls coming. We definitely want to hear what you have to say. And of course, the Kilivos are here. I'm already known. I'm Maliza. Sijui tuongeze.
Tuko almost.
Okay, good stuff, guys. Mr. Boniface, let me come to you now in regards to this whole food-loving thing. When did you start posting videos of yourselves eating? And why did you do that?
In fact, it's our lifestyle. Apart from kukula pamoja, kuna so many other activities tunafanya pamoja. Like washing, cleaning the house.
Mnadufanya laundry pamoja?
Yes, taking care of our children.
Yeah.
So that time nilikuwa na expect tunakula ugali na mboga za kienyeji. Then ina happen kufika home nikapata kumepikwa chicken and some goodies. I was so surprised the moment alikuwa na prepare for dinner sasa.
Yes.
So niliangalia that presentation nika feel this beautiful lady here amefanya something very special.
Okay.
So
it wasn't at your birthday, it wasn't Valentine's, it wasn't Christmas, it was just a normal day.
That is why she told you that every day is a Valentine to us.
Okay.
So I had to take some pictures and I wanted to post them on our Facebook page. On my Facebook page, like
some of your pictures, by the way, they are looking absolutely amazing. Yani mpaka mko na t-shirt, mshaji brand
So that time nilipiga hiyo picha, but nika feel like sio enough. Nikaambia now we can set our cameras on, we do a small video.
Yes.
So that is how we started.
Okay.
Tukashare kwa platforms zote. My main idea ilikuwa ni kumuonyesha I appreciate you so much for what you've been doing.
Right.
Tujaribu kubuild our marriage na our friendship na our relationship ikuwe na hiyo uzuri na mapenzi mingi ionekane. So ilikuwa tu a way ya kumappreciate. Na the only way ningemappreciate poa sio kumpigia tu makofi kwa nyumba, ni kumexpose to the public. Ndio the whole world ione kwamba I love this beautiful lady sana na appreciate everything anafanya.
Unajua si wanaume wengi wanaweza fanya hivyo. There are men out here who have multiple wives wengine wako chini ya maji. Unaweza fanya hivyo na wife mmoja na wengine ka 7 wametokezea out of nowhere. Maybe for you, Joyce, when he proposed that idea of let's put this on social media, first of all, who proposed it? Was it him or was it you? Yeah?
It was him who said, oh, wow, you have done a very wonderful job.
Yeah.
I would love to appreciate that. So he took. Then me, I knew there is this group called Let's Cook, Kenyan Meal.
Yes. I'm actually in that group. That's why I spotted you guys.
Wow. So I love that group because they usually appreciate what somebody is doing. So when I put that video, that's when I started seeing people following us. Then I wondered, wow. In the morning, that's when I realized people are following. I never thought it will come. Even in mind, I never thought that. Then I was saying, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is just God.
And this is where you are.
Having people that are following you, it's not easy. Just God's hands.
In fact, in that one post, we had over 6,000 likes.
Yeah.
6,000.
And more than 2,000 comments.
Watu walikuwa wanapenda chakula ama walikuwa wanapenda nyinyi?
Walikuwa so surprised.
Yeah, the way we are
the kind of tunafanya, the kind of things tunafanya, like una post video with your hubby.
Yeah.
It has never happened, unajua. So iliwapata like unaware.
Yes.
So out of that ikabuild that excitement.
Okay.
Watu wakaanza comment.
Okay.
And that is how it went. Like,
all right. Pasi, they've said that, people do a lot of things together. For them, they wash, they cook, they do nini. And I think that's how couples, should do their things. But before you answer that, let's check out what guys are saying on WhatsApp. Like we said, the numbers on your screen. So kindly text us and tell us what you feel about the whole conversation and basically what makes a successful marriage. We have Justina from Kahawa West who says, a happy marriage is based on trust and faithfulness, and the third person should never be given a chance in your relationship, especially the mother-in-law. Justina has been very clear about that one. Let's see the next one. We have, hello guys, nice topic. Communication and trust and forgiveness are key things to a successful marriage. But I would like the pastor to help me on something that I have been observing. How do you deal with a man who does not tell you any of his plans? He just does things by himself. Good question. We also have Ibrahim on the line. Ibrahim, good morning. Hello, Ibrahim. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very fine, bro.
All right. Garissa kuko namna gani?
Garissa, bro, kumetulia. Hakuna walimu.
Okay.
Bado tunagangana tu.
Good. What is your question or comment?
Mbuvi, today you've asked a very good question.
All right. Nisaidia kujibu.
So, the question is very simple. Tips for successful marriage. You know, mimi Mbuvi nimeona hapa Garissa. Kuna mke na mume ambaye wanaishi yumba ya mabati. Umeona mabati?
Yes, mabati.
Yumba ya bati.
Okay.
They have 4 children.
All right.
And they are living a very happy marriage.
All right.
Wanaheshimiana, watu wanaenda shule, wanaenda madarasa vizuri sana, hakuna kugombana, wanaheshimiana. Yaani ukivisit ni kama umeenda state house.
Kwa nyumba ya mabati ni kama state house.
The serene environment, vile wanachekiana, vile wanapendana.
Naam.
Na pia juzi tu ulisikia kuna huku Nakuru, kuna mama tajiri na mke wake walipigana and they committed suicide.
Kweli.
Matajiri ambao wako na billions in their account.
Ndio.
So here comes the question. What are the tips for successful marriage? The question is very simple.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Happiness,
whether you are rich or poor.
Yes.
If you love each other.
All right.
You respect each other.
Okay.
Life will be very, very simple. Will be very, very ever happy.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Happiness is all it takes to have a happy marriage. And actually, I will tie that question, or rather that statement with what I asked you earlier on. They say they cook together, they clean together, they eat together. And there's a lady who just asked us, what she should do, because the husband does everything by himself. And ashtukianga tu, decisions have been made, and there's no, taking anything back. Yeah. So what would you say to her in regards to that?
First of all, for my gentleman in Garissa, I think happiness needs to be defined. We like to throw that word around and say happiness. But for somebody else, happiness is if you provide a Bentley, a Range Rover, and whatever.
Take me to Dubai.
Take me to Dubai. That can be happiness for someone else. For someone else, happiness is just, come and kiss me and hug me every day. So it's important to define that happiness. So one of the things I feel that we miss is that it's important to understand what your mate needs and requires from you for you to be able to begin to fulfill those things.
Right.
But in and of itself, it's nobody can make you happy. Happiness comes from within. So it's important for you to figure out you and happiness, and not depend on happiness from somebody else, so that you can live a contented life, a joyful life, and actually allow that happiness to overflow to the outside.
Right.
All right. Now, for the lady,
who says that the husband does everything by himself,
you know,
she's not included.
Unfortunately, to you, my sister, it's actually more common than you would ever think. There's many men out there who make investment plans, who do stuff, you know, without telling their wives.
Yeah.
One is men are poor in communication, and that's not to excuse them.
That's exactly what I was doing, because that's an excuse.
It's not to excuse them. They're very poor in communication. However, a man believes in, you know, we are tunnel-minded. We do what we need to do and then present it. We don't talk about it. So that's why men end up doing, you know, what they're doing.
Right.
Now, it's not all men. There are some who are very open, some who will speak, some will communicate, you know, and share everything with you. I think one of the greatest things I learned, and I actually learned this from my mom, is creating a safe space and a place of conversation where you can actually learn some of the things that your spouse is doing. It's actually, you're not infringing and forcing him to speak, because sometimes when you do that, being the man, he'll dig his heels inside.
Definitely.
And then he will fight to show you, mimi ndio mwanaume na mimi ndio kusema. You get? It's just a natural thing. We human beings are stubborn like that.
Yeah.
So create a safe space, and you have to find wise ways of having those conversations. You know, if you're married, for you, if you're married, one of the places to do that is, you know, when you're getting intimate with your person. That's a time of vulnerability where people talk and share things. Do you force or try and get the information out?
But you know, there are men who will just nyemelea you in the middle of the night after the lights are off, and akunyemelea too, and you know what he wants. And probably in her case, you know, it could be such a situation. How do you break through, apart from just, you know, during that time of intimacy?
So what's from stopping her to wear lingerie and lure him into the whatever? You're acting like it's only that time. If you're married, any time is time for whatever, you know?
Just, you know what, let's hold on to that thought, and we take a short break.
Is for twatwa.
Yes, talk to your husband during twatwa in case, you know, he's not getting through to you. Let's take a short break, but when we return, of course, the conversation continues with Pastor Emmanuel, and of course the Kilivwas will be right back. Kusene mbali na sisi.